being a guitarist for all these years, I find this journey of exploring classical and film music way more interesting than I initially thought it would be. And now I realize just how much beautiful music I had been missing out on. Now you guys probably have a few moments from your favorite songs that you keep on humming for months, whether it's a riff, a chorus, a bridge, or just any kind of a hook. Well, this video is all about such moments in classical music. So, this is not a top 5 list, nor is it a list of complete movements from your favorite ballets or symphonies. It's just 5 beautiful moments in classical music. Now these pieces are fairly well known, but not as popular as Forellis. So in no particular order, let's start with the beginning of the third movement from Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade. Now this orchestral suite is based on the Middle Eastern folk tales 1001 Nights, and the name of this third movement is The Young Prince and the Young Princess. The beginning of this movement sounds like a love theme with a very song-like character. Now Scheherazade was the first big piece of music that I loved listening to in its entirety, which is over 40 minutes long. But the third movement, especially its beginning, is my favorite. Okay, moving on. Next we have the middle section from the piece Jupiter by Gustav Holst. Now this piece is a part of a big orchestral suite, The Planets, and the inspiration for this suite actually comes from the mythological and astrological significance of the planets. This specific section in Jupiter was later adapted into a patriotic hymn, so it's not just very beautiful, it's also very important. Now this specific section can actually be a very good subject of a study regarding orchestration and composition. So I will definitely make a video about this soon. Next up we have the English horn solo from second movement of the New World Symphony by Dvorak. Now this symphony was written when Dvorak stayed in the United States, so it's inspired by America and specifically the African American spirituals and the Native American melodies. A fun fact about this symphony is that its tape recording was taken to the moon by Neil Armstrong during the Apollo 11 mission. Okay, next up we have the horn solo from second movement of Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony. This symphony, according to Tchaikovsky, is based on the theme of fate. Although the symphony evolves into a triumphant conclusion, this horn solo from the second movement is probably the most emotionally intense in the whole symphony and in this video. Now this popular melody has been adapted into a popular song, Moon Love by Glenn Miller, which was also recorded by Frank Sinatra. Okay, next up we have the middle section from Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun by Claude Debussy. Yep, it's not this faun, it's this faun. This short 10-minute symphonic work is actually based on a poem, which in turn is based on the Afternoon of a Faun. Now you don't normally dream of sounds or music, but this piece will probably change that. Also, I think that this piece in its time must have been labeled as, in modern terms, progressive or prog. Okay, so those were the 5 of many beautiful moments in classical music, and I will definitely make more such videos sharing my favorite music from all genres. So do comment your favorite beautiful moments in classical music or any kind of music. So do subscribe to this channel for many such videos about and around music. Thanks a lot. I will see you later.